Hi, I'm MTG, and welcome to my channel where I waste my wild cards on meme decks so you don't have to. Today we're going to be checking out one of my favorite decks that I've been rocking since I first started getting into Historic Brawl, so super excited to show you what that's all about. And I also just want to take a second to try and, I don't know, do the weird sub plug thing where I feel awkward, but if you could help me get the channel close to 1,000 subs, that would be heckin' super awesome. And for those of you who have been supporting the channel, I can't thank you enough. It's been so cool getting to know all you awesome people out there in the Magic community and casting spells with you. So again, thanks to you for just your support, because it's a surreal feeling for sure. But anyways, I'll stop rambling here and let's go check out the deck list. I'll see you in a second. Alright, here is the deck. We are playing with Ashiok, Nightmare, Muse, and again, this is, I think I made it after the Midnight Hunt dropped, something like that. But it was one of my favorite decks, and huge part of it is just because I think it scales really well against whatever you're playing against, because part of how this commander works is you kind of steal stuff from people. So if you're able to pop off your ult, you can get some really cool stuff from people. But the other piece of it is that -3 ability is really good for dealing, or at least delaying, with really problematic cards on the board, because you just return a non-land permanent. And one thing that is tough about Dimir is we don't have a lot of artifact or enchantment removals, which is a bit difficult in this meta right now because there are so many good artifacts. But what's really cool about this is we can bounce those problematic cards back, and if they only have one card in hand and it's the card that you bounce back, then that card's going to be exiled with that -3 ability. I also found that this +1 ability, where you make a 2/3 blue-black nightmare creature token that says whenever this creature attacks or blocks, each opponent exiles the top 2 cards of their library, is pretty brutal, because it's pretty good at disrupting what your opponent's trying to do. And if they're playing stuff like Joda or Essica, where they're just having like legendary matters, like huge threats that they expect to throw on the board, if you're able to take those threats away from them or steal it from them and cast it for yourself, like, you're just going to scale really well with those commanders. So one of my favorite things to do in this deck is essentially I don't know if it's like tilt is a win con, but I just put stuff in here that I know is going to draw a little bit of ire or give us an advantage. So Rune Crab seems like a little bit silly in here, but it actually does work, especially if it's out early game. Because one of the things I like to do is I run a lot of Graveyard Hate as well, like Ashiok Dream Render, where I can -1 their ability, and then they mill 4 cards and then they exile the graveyard. So what's fun about that is if you have Rune Crab and you've had a chance to mill them for a while, you drop some Graveyard Hate on them, and then even if they are a graveyard deck, that mill strategy isn't working against you. Siphon Insight has gotten me pretty close to just straight up winning games before, because you can steal some pretty sweet stuff from people and cast it for yourself, or at the very least you just get it out of their library and put it into yours, and it's really fun to just kind of like take potentially big threats, like especially if you're stealing like a Jin Cataxis or Warren Klex or some shenanigans. Gyruda is just a really fun deck, and actually this was the original commander of this deck when I had first designed it, but I just had a hard time winning with it, so then I switched to Ashiok and everything kind of fell in place. Xanathar, Guild Kingpin, another really awesome card that I like using as a disruptor, because at the very least you know what's going to be on top of your opponent's library, which gives you a lot of knowledge and lets you potentially figure out how you're going to use that card against them. Or if you're able to cast it, take it away from them, that's really huge too. So these cards are like pretty huge on the strategy of just kind of using your opponent's resources against them. Some of the newer cards that I added in is Aether Chandler. I just think this is a really awesome card because, again, you can either return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand, which kind of mimics what your commander wants to do. You can create a chump 1/1 flying creature token, so if you're dealing with, maybe needing a chump blocker to stay alive in the air, you got that. And then you can also draw a card, which I primarily do when this hits the board. Other win cons that we have in here, or at least usually when people start scooping, I have Sir Conrad, where I usually like to use them as like a finisher if I can just, board wipe and then deal the rest of the damage that way. I also have Hullbreaker Horror, which again, people kind of scoop as soon as this hits the board because you just lock people out of the game. And then Toxrill the Corrosive is another one that's just an absolute beast to deal with. So outside of like those huge threats and that kind of strategy that I talked about earlier with stealing your opponent's cards, we just have a lot of stuff to help with control. So we have counter spells, we have removal, we have graveyard hate. So if you're just wanting to shut down, especially like any sort of graveyard deck play where they're sacrificing stuff, Gessa is so good for that. So honestly, this is just a really fun deck. And again, you just get to scale really well with other people. And if you're frustrated against playing, I don't know, too many Goshen ties or Joda-esque like Golos. I don't even remember if Golos is still legal to be a commander in Historic Brawl, but you get what I'm saying. This is a fun deck. So I'm really excited to show you how it does because again, it's a personal favorite of mine. So I'll see you out there. Franco. All right. I think we're going to want to keep this just because of the wash away. That's going to help buy us some more time. We'll drop this first. I don't like only keeping a 2-lander. That's going to be concerning for sure. Okay. Well, never didn't have it, as the kids say. We'll drop this. Punch. I'm surprised I didn't have a turn 2. They're thinking about it. Alright. Ooh. Let's do this. And put you down. And then I think we'll just go ahead and activate. I think it's only one to activate, right? Yeah, one to activate. So we'll just grab a swamp. Since there is so much artifact removal lately, I think I'll just feel better getting a swamp over Arcane Signet. And then we do have our 1 manas up to counter the commander. Okay, so I think we can put this down. We'll do this. Sweet. And now we have a way to block the damage. Are they gonna do it? I know you want to. We will counter. Because we're in blue, baby. And now that should give us a lot of time to drop Ashiok. Yeah. So we'll drop our friend here. And then we will return this because I think that's going to really mess with them. Get rid of something out of their hand that matters probably. And then maybe get Sludge Monster down and let Pouncing Shark have the ability to bounce the commander back if they have more lands. So they just exile the thing we bounced back. I think that was worth it. Okay. Totally okay with that. Sad about that. Take action. So we will put down this. And we will just level this up to draw some cards. Alright, that's fun. Ooh, do it again. Oh, that's gonna be really cool. Okay. Goldspan's gonna bonk us, and then we'll turn it into a sludge. Haste. Okay. Now we're gonna drop this, and then we'll do this. It'll become sludge. Welcome. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So sweet. Ha ha ha. We have a lot of answers here. This is kind of crazy now. Okay, so we're gonna mutate our friend here. We'll do under. We will bounce this back. Then we will drop our friend here. And then we will attack. We'll put a slime counter on that. And I think if they block with Gold Span, we might get a copy or the Decade's token of it. The fun of control. We'll put it on her. And then let's drop this. Drop this. And then I think we still want to attack here. Turn them into a slime friend. Okay, so we're gonna get a copy of that. I think I want this more, so we'll start with that. Bonk, 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 bonk. And they do have Gold Span back, but I'm not super worried about that. I think if they attack, they're pretty much just dead. And then we have Ashiok, we can just bounce it back. Yeah. So there's a couple ways I think we could win to like really shut them out. One is board wipe. We'll put it on our friend here. This is just gonna be kind of brutal. So first we're gonna Ravenous Chupacabra targeting Gold Span. I think they will make a treasure from it. So destroy that. Then we'll get a copy of it with Gisa. Okay. And then we'll go to combat. It's a Decayed zombie, so we're gonna get the other trigger as well. So like it'll not exile, I think it'll just die. Yeah. Sweet, so that's another damage. And then we'll activate the ability. I hit a creature. Good game. Essica. Oof. That seems like not the greatest because we don't have our other blue source here. Yeah. We do have 3 lands at least, and we can hit our blue source with that. Not the fastest either to kind of deal with Essica. It's just hard because we are so limited on enchantment removal that basically we just have to depend on hitting at least like counter magic or hope that we hit Feed the Swarm. So it does make that a little tough in this matchup here. Okay, so blue, maybe scare them from playing anything. You. I think we're gonna put this down. I don't know if it's the smartest thing to do, but it's a body at least. And then I guess if they get something sweet, we could steal it from them by hitting it. So this might not be a bad thing, actually. We're gonna drop this. We're gonna put this in to play. We will bounce this back to hand. Hopefully we exile something good from them. What did we hit? Just a land. Okay. Hit them for 4. Ooh, I'm nervous though. Oh, this makes me nervous. We do have Gyrudo, so maybe we'll hurt them that way too. Definitely bought ourselves a turn as well. I hope they don't remove her. I don't know what they would blow her up with. Thinking maybe we leave mana up for Malachor Rebirth. So first we'll start with this. Then we'll do this. And I do want to again leave mana up for Malachor Rebirth, so we'll do this, this, and play Felsteiner. We're going to sacrifice the Novice to Cultist, so we'll take 3, but we'll draw 3, which is pretty sweet. And this is Death Touch, so it'll make me feel a little bit better if they put something like Crazy Strawn in. Okay. Another sweet Planeswalker is nice. And then we'll attack again. And then hopefully they don't have an exile effect. Oh, we have Feed the Swarm. I just noticed that. Oh my god. That's pretty sweet. Oh, that's gonna be a problem for sure. Okay. How do we want to deal with this?
No one is telling me what to do.
Okay.
Check out these
Dang.
fireworks.
So they're gonna make a Coma Coil. And what are we gonna do about that? Put this into play. What are we gonna do about that Coma Coil? So that just makes it indestructible. We lose our commander. I think we're gonna start off by... Man, because we don't want to use our only Feed the Swarm. I think as bad as this feels, we're gonna just do this.
You will be haunted by this too.
Is this even? Even mana, okay. And then what did they exile? Witness Protection, okay. We will blow up Prismatic Bridge. And then Teferi. Draw a card. Okay. Definitely feel a lot better going for you. One less Coma Coil. Whew. So the nice part, I think what we can try doing
Let's get toast.
is if they do make a Coma Coil on our turn, we can try blowing it up. They can sack it in response. And I'm trying to think of like, what do we do to get around this freaking coma? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Golos is bad, but we can take care of them. And then get our own Golos as well. And of course, assuming they don't kill Gissa. Okay. just put us on a clock right there as well. Okay, so we're gonna drop this, and then we will kill the planeswalker, because I remembered now that that destroys planeswalkers. Okay, and then we will destroy you and get a copy of you on our upkeep next turn. Resolve that. And then draw a card, or do we want to create a body? Maybe we want a body. And then leave that up in case she dies. We're gonna go for Chandra. We do have the end one on us, which is not good. That's an instant.
Oh, looks like someone's getting a little sweaty.
Well, that gets around that. Okay. Show me what you got. We'll take that. And then move Gyrudo, maybe? We'll be able to kill that. Oh, Planeswalker. Okay. Resolve all. Ooh. That looks familiar. And then let's put this down because we do need to gain some life. Then we'll draw a card. Okay. We'll send you here. Oh, other way around. Let's send you here and you here. Math. Sometimes I can do it. And then we still have our protection up too if they try to kill Gissa or someone else. Okay, I think we can do this. Still, I'm not entirely sure. I guess we can just get my commander down and put Coma back into their hand. Because it doesn't make it hexproof, just indestructible. And that'll open them up for us to punch them in the face, and that Chandra shouldn't do too much after that. Okay. Okay. Hope. Okay. We'll put our friend here down. We're gonna put this back to hand.
Welcome to my domain, Planeswalker.
Okay. Tap down my creature, that was nice. Got rid of their key to the archive, that's also very nice. Let's draw a card. Sweet, land drop, gotta love that. Boop. And then we'll go ahead and punch the face. My favorite thing to do in Magic. Okay. coil. Rune crab. Let's draw a card, see what else we can get. Okay, land drop. Can't complain too much about that. Boop. Okay, so let's make a body. Let's see if we can get something from their deck to deal with their coma. Does it tap it? No, wasn't sure if it tapped it. Okay. Ooh, we'll take that. Yeah, let's just go to combat now. We'll attack with you. You. And do I want to do that? Yeah, that'll be it. Oh, that has vigilance. I should probably see what my cards do, huh? I held back Murderous Rider because I was worried about keeping my planeswalkers protected. So I think she'll come back. I don't know if we're gonna get Golos still. Ooh. Nice. Okay. I'm kind of curious if I did this for 1. Would that kill coma? Because it's technically at -2. Let's see. I don't know if that'll work, but I'm kind of curious. I don't know. I just thought I would try it. Now that I realized it has to be like -6, -6. Oh well. Nice. What's worse? I think we're gonna wanna return coma to their hand.
I lost my
Then it's gonna have to be exiled. Then we'll attack. It's gonna get exiled. Okay. And then, yeah, then we'll attack. Then we'll destroy all creatures. And let's get her. And because they all died at the same time, that came off. Okay. GG's. That was a bit of a thinker for me there. That was a fun game though. This will be interesting. Control-y control. Definitely gonna mulligan this. We have no blue sources. Free moly. This is really not the greatest either. Ooh, really bad too, but we're gonna have to keep it. Sorry, Teferi, I don't know if we'll ever cast you. Guess I should probably have played this first, but oh well. Boop. Boop. Is it gonna do, is it things? I mean, they're gonna have to play stuff on my instep. Otherwise, are they even playing Magic? As is it? Wow. Surprised. I truly thought they were gonna, like, I don't know, faithless looting. Oh wait, no, is that sorcery speed? Whatever, like, the instant speed of that is. Is it unexpected windfall or something like that? I don't remember. I'm gonna blow up Professional Face Raker because I have a healthy respect for what that card does. Boop. Boop. Bonk the Planeswalker? What do you do? Yeah, it's bonk.
Wasn't very inventive.
If we can get that blue source, oh my gosh, would the magic gods be paying us a tribute here? If we don't, we'll just have to put down Callous Blood Mage and draw a card and hope we hit our blue source then. Just making Squirvos. Oh my god. The magic gods loved us. Yes! Okay. We'll just send them both at that. Okay, we are looking good now. I'm just waiting for all my things to be countered. I'm not used to playing against Izzet and not having everything that I do be countered. It's a new experience for me. I think I like it. I don't like that they're hovering over my Ashiok though. What you want? Leave them alone. Or them. Them. Oh, maybe they're just reading what it does. I always just get nervous whenever opponents just like hover over what your stuff does. Okay. Okay. We will put this threat down. Then we will bounce that back to hand. Because I want them to exile something nice out of their hand. Man, this is just crazy as a commander. Too bad I can't do this in like paper. I would freaking love this. It would be so overpowered. I should build a Demir though, that's like a focus with Ashiok in it. Shimmered Dragon. Interesting. Okay. Guess we might as well just throw it at her. Wouldn't it be nice if we hit a land off of their deck? It was a blue source. Oh, sweet. We hit some good stuff with our little token attacking. Okay. Kind of thought they were going to go for the removal. Oh, they can now, though. Okay. I see what they're doing. What you got? Oh, it happened! What? I'm so happy. To a player. I guess we don't care too much about that. Should we care about it though? We're gonna hold on to that for sure. Or do we want to cast it so they can't cast it? Let's do this. Because I think this goes back to the top of their library and we don't want them to use it. So as silly as this sounds, I think we're going to do that to this so they can't cast it. And then we'll hit... I don't really care about Saheeli right now, so I'm just going to hit their face, draw a card. Sweet. Okay, yeah, I was pretty sure that if they got to keep that, that it was going to probably hit Xanathar. So I wanted to get that out of their chance, even if it meant enchanting our own little thing here, because it's not like the end of the world if we lose it. Oh, nice. Take action. Okay, GG's. Alright, I hope you had fun. I know I certainly did. And I just wanted to call out some of the, I don't know, cards that I was really proud of. You know, wanted to pat them on the back and tell them I'd put their homework on the fridge. AKA the MVPs. So, Gissa Glorious Resurrector. Holy heck, I love this card. And part of me wants to do, like, paper commander for them, but I feel like they might be too mean just because you're probably just making people sack creatures and then, you know, stealing their stuff. But anyways, the fact that it comes in with built-in graveyard hate is just so good, and that you make those decayed zombie tokens, like, I know initially people think like, oh, they're decayed, they're not that great, but you know, you're still having a chance to like use your opponent's resources against them for free if she's able to stick around the board. I thought Sludge Monster deserved a shout out because that Goldspan Dragon was going to run us over and hit us too much in the face, but, you know, it became a 2/2 squishy that we didn't really have to worry about anymore. Teferi Temporal Pilgrim is a crazy powerful commander, or not commander, but Planeswalker is what I'm trying to say, but the fact that you just get so much card draw and then you make a token that benefits from that card draw is huge. So I think this card is just super powerful. I also like Xanathar Guild Kingpin. So with this commander, or again, I said commander. With this card, it was just so important for disrupting like what our opponents were doing that we even ended up just using like a, you know, enchantment, like turn something into a 1/1 on ourselves just to get it out of our opponent's hand and choose like what creature it got to go on. So I thought that was just like a huge part of allowing us to keep control over potentially another deck that was control and really keep them off, you know, I don't know, their stance, make it easy for them to kind of overcommit to certain plays and not have a chance to like counter us in return or really participate in the control, because I felt like we were always just a little bit ahead of them. So overall, I hope you had fun, and again, I know I keep saying that, but I just really love this deck, so it was just really fun to come back and revisit it. And yeah, so thank you so much for watching and hanging out till the end, because it helps me like grow and whatever. But anyways, have a good one. Bye.